I also noticed you've popped up repeatedly at these public hearings for RIPTA, where they've been debating, and this predates the drama around Scott Avedian's departure, around service cuts and the bond, the budget future of RIPTA. And I found it interesting because you actually have been, even before you said you don't want a Monday morning quarterback, you've clearly been a little cautious about where to weigh in on policy. But this is one you've been public about wanting to be a part of the conversation. Why RIPTA? As you looked around at all the issues you could try to weigh in on or make your voice heard or whatever, why did RIPTA appeal to you as something to talk about?
I guess a couple things. Number one, I knew there was a lot I didn't know, so I wanted to learn. And number two, it felt like a place where people most in need in this state require the services of RIPTA, and so I wanted to understand it. I actually attended those sessions and really just sat in the back. So I was given an opportunity at each session by the RIPTA officials who were there to come up and speak in front of the group, and I declined. I wasn't there as a politician or a future politician. I learn a lot when I'm able to sit in the back and listen. And, you know, I remember this one woman who stood up in February, a very cold February day down at URI's campus, and all these people had taken buses to get to URI's campus. She came from Pawtucket. And she talked about a bus route that they were considering cutting. And she said, in a really emotional tone, she said, if you cut this bus route, I will lose my job and I therefore may lose my apartment. And that really struck me because this is something that I think a lot of the folks who are being served by RIPTA don't have a strong political voice. And so I just wanted to be in a position where I could learn from it.
Have you ridden a RIPTA bus?
I've ridden a RIPTA bus a long time ago, but not lately. And it's you know, something, when I think about the future of this state, it's one where I could imagine a world where we should be tripling the spend on RIPTA, get more people moving faster, cars off roads, and it's also great for the climate. So I think this is a small enough state. There's a statistic that says something like 77% of Rhode Islanders live within a 10-minute walk to the bus. It doesn't mean the buses are moving all the time, but that's kind of exciting and interesting for me in terms of what that could look like.